In the homicide video, as he runs away, we can see his pants are sagging.
Yes.
Can we, in fact, see the color of his underwear in the homicide video?
Yes, we can.
Is it also blue?
Yes.
They caught him by his drawers.
Two men outside? Go ahead.
Outside.
Go ahead, Detective. Were you interested in those two men?
Yes, I was.
Tell me why you're interested in those two men.
In the clothing that they have on, you see the dark sweatshirt, the gray hoodie, the black hoodie with gray sweatpants, shoes, matching the description of the suspects that were at Makita's Cookies.
Y'all obtained video not just of them arriving, but while they were there and then leaving. Is that correct?
That's correct.
They arrived 37 minutes after the murder. This is 54 minutes after the murder.
It is.
The expedition's still there. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Suspects are still inside.
Still inside.
This Dodge Charger has just arrived.
Dodge Charger arrives and you see one of the suspects come out and walk to the Charger. Came out, walked to the rear of the
You're interested in this man?
Yes.
Sweatpants?
Sweatpants, black shoes, white soles on. Leaning into the car.
He's got bags or
Bags,
something
yes.
now.
You see how his pants are sagging there a little bit. We have that was something that we looked at also.
In the homicide video, as he runs away, we can see his pants are sagging.
Yes.
Can we, in fact, see the color of his underwear in the homicide video?
Yes, we can.
Is it also blue?
Yes.
So that car in particular was not a car that did all those crimes that we previously thought. Or maybe it was. But as far as we know, Justin Johnson was not responsible for committing all those crimes. Because if you recall, we kept on thinking to ourselves, bruh, this vehicle in Covington, however you want to say it, this got involved in some shootings and stuff like that, like 30 minutes away, and all of this crap. But it turns out, if it was, it had nothing to do with JJ. Just going to be fair, square, obvious, and honest.
So is it fair to say when you see this, you know that you've got your car?
Yes.
Do y'all investigate, like, where'd this car come from?
Yes, we would check the VIN or license plate.
Did y'all, in fact, find that the car was taken in a carjacking in Memphis a few weeks before this crime?
We did.
Did y'all, in fact, find that the suspect in that carjacking was Treon Ingram?
Correct.
And I'll say it here, that Justin Johnson was not a suspect in that carjacking.
No, sir.
But car taken in Memphis a few weeks before, suspect Treon Ingram.
Treon Ingram.
Now, that doesn't absolve that vehicle from other crimes and all that stuff. So I'm not saying that. So please don't take that and run and be like, oh no, no, that's not the case. I'm just saying, as far as straight drop Justin Johnson, aka JJ over here, yeah, bruh. He ain't got really nothing to do with nothing. So then what ends up happening is they just decide to say, you know what? Let's show him before the murder, about 24 hours before.
November 16, 2021. This is the day before the murder, is that correct?
That's correct.
7:15 p.m. So if we're counting down, 17 hours and 8 minutes before the murder. What's that?
And that's the white expedition, Ford expedition, going into the garage.
And if you're not familiar with the building, this is a little confusing here. You can pause it. So that white Expedition was going into a parking garage, is that right?
Yes,
That parking garage is this structure right here.
that's correct. And the parking lot in between.
There's a little parking lot here
Yes.
where cars can also park in, but the actual garage, what we saw the white Expedition coming into, was over here.
It is.
Is that right?
That's right.
Then there's this little walkway thing
Walkway
that
ramp.
twists around and then comes into the building.
Yes.
Okay. And we see somebody here, gray sweatpants, black hoodie. And
Yes.
continue to watch. Inside of the building,
Inside of the building.
walking into the door there,
Yes.
white Expedition arrives, and then this man comes into the building.
Correct. Dark hoodie, gray sweat, black shoes, white bottom.
He walked here, and then this camera picked him up. There's a bank of elevators back here.
Yes,
There's apartments on the top floors of the buildings.
it is.
Still way back here at the elevators.
Yes.
Stop it there. Good. All right, here's a man, white Expedition, comes into the building, walks to the lobby, gets in the elevator, comes up to the floor. You look, it's floor 8.
Yes.
What floor does Kiana Hopper's cousin, Justin Johnson, live on?
Which is ID is 808.
Yes.
84.
8th floor. And this man has on black shoes, white soles,
Yes.
gray sweatpants,
Yes.
a little emblem on the
Little
sweatpants.
logo on the side.
We all recognize that Memphis is a Bass Pro hat,
Yes.
is that right?
Yes.
He's got a phone in his hand, and
Yes.
maybe some food or something.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Murder weapons ever found?
No.
Big Jook. His name came up in this, is that correct?
That's correct.
I think someone has testified to this already, but Big Jook is now deceased, is that correct?
That's correct.
Since he's deceased, he cannot be prosecuted.
Right.
Hernandez Govan,
That's another name came up in the investigation.
arrested and charged.
Yes.
He just showed evidence of them doing the dirt and everything, you know, and committed it and going about it, man, just going on the guy got shot or whatever. Just all the evidence to show. It was like surveillance from the apartment they went to. I think he showed. Showed the car that the car that was stolen. I think good. I had one last night when I started thinking this morning, but I just got myself. Right.
Cameras, cell phones, colleagues, triple C's. That is what ultimately got Justin Johnson. Then you had Buddy that painted the illustration of how they even got the car.
All right. You didn't tell them. What about Valero? They asked you if you'd ever been to Valero.
They showed me the pictures of me at Valero. That's when I told them this were when the day we gave it the truck.
But before they showed you that picture, you said you had never been at the gas station, Valero gas station at Highland.
I didn't even want to tell them nothing really, because I didn't have no dealing with it.
You even were shown a picture of yourself pumping gas and said you didn't know who that person was, right?
Yes, sir.
You were asked earlier if you knew, you say that it's Justin Johnson got that Mercedes. You said, did you ever know why Justin Johnson was getting the Mercedes? Or Straight Drop was getting it? You said no, right?
Yes, sir.
But that's not what you told the police when you were interviewed again on November 29, 2001. Right?
Interrogated me.
And during your questioning, interrogation, whatever you want to call it, you told them that Drop said he needed the Mercedes-Benz to slide up on his baby mama.
That's what the comment was when he got it for sure.
All right. So earlier you said you were asked directly. Did he ever tell you why he needed it, why he wanted it, what he was going to do with it?
That was the comment he made.
Okay. So he, according to you, he did tell you.
He didn't tell me that just the comment that was made. I wasn't in none of their business. I don't know now one of them, so I wasn't in their business. I was just sitting in the car doing what I was doing.
And this person, you're saying Straight Drop during this interaction, what did you see him do at Valero?
Get in the car. When we got there, we got some gas. After we got some gas, we trailed in the Audi and the Infiniti and the Benz. We got done getting some gas. We rolled out. We came back through the store lot at the air pump, and that's when we traded cars.
Now, after you heard Dolph got killed, you called Trayon, right?
No, sir.
You didn't?
I was with Tree on the day Dolph got killed. He dropped me off. And we asked him, did he have anything to do with Dolph being dead? Because if he did, we're not going to be around him. That's something.
Well, you told detectives that you had a conversation with Trayon after the homicide and stated that you called him.
No, sir.
That's not true?
I was with him on the day of. He dropped me off in Raleigh and then Infiniti.
All right. And you told Trayon, according to what you told them at the time, that people were trying to put your name in as one of the shooters in Dolph's murder.
Yeah, that was for sure.
When was this conversation?
The day after.
Day after?
Me recognizing that Dolph was dead, and the day after that, we recognized that the car we were just in that had something to do with Dolph.
And you already knew the day after he's killed, that people are putting your name in it.
It's my family. Like, they know what car we were just in. Like,
Who's your family? When you say your family,
Dolph people, like Dolph, like they're my family.
Can you explain that to me a little bit more? Are they your blood relatives?
Yes, sir.
How are y'all related?
Cousins.
Okay. And you're saying the family would have known that you were driving around in that white Mercedes?
Yes, sir.
How would they have known that?
We was calling them, letting them know when we got the bean.
You called Dolph's family.
You know, we called people that were related.
Who'd you call?
I can't tell.
What do you mean you can't tell? You don't know?
They're not in it.
Who'd you call?
Can't tell. Treon did all the calls.
I thought you just said you called them. They're your family.
They is. But Treon did all the calls.
But why is he calling Dolph's family?
He trying to get the car going.
Why would Dolph's family know how to get the car going?
It ain't just Dolph's family. There was plenty of people that we were trying to get the car to.
Well, you just said it was Dolph's family. Who you were calling. That's who we're talking about, Mr. Garner.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you stole a car, and back again. You said earlier you didn't even know the car was stolen.
Why you keep saying I stole the car?
Why are you trying to get the car going if you didn't steal it?
I didn't steal it, but Treon was trying to get the car going.
So Trayon stole it.
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? Why is he trying to get rid of the car? If he bought it.
I can't tell you, and I didn't say he bought it. I didn't know where he got it from.
And Straight Drop's lawyer gets an F. But he only gets an F because it's like trying to dunk the ball and you do something spectacular and you try to windmill between the legs and then you hit the front of the rim. So it seems like he had the right idea. His goal was to essentially mince words, paint his own illustration to make it seem like, oh, whoa, wait a minute. Justin Johnson had did this. Justin Johnson had did that. Your homeboy stole that vehicle. Your homeboy was this, your homeboy was everything, and all of this shit. And then it's just like, yeah, except, bro, you didn't walk him down properly. You tried it. Dude told you his homie had a regular job. He was a trash can man. You act like there ain't shops that selling cars from Arkansas, Tennessee, and Mississippi out there right now to Memphians for a steal of a deal for them. Hey, no credit down. Get this nice Mercedes-Benz for $2,500. No credit needed. $2,500 down. Pardon me, I just messed that up. That's why I don't do commercials. So, yeah, no. And then all you have to do is do what? Show proof of income. So, yeah, I get what he tried to do. If it would have worked, it would have been A+. I think the lawyer know, bro, like, this is a losing ass case. What I'm trying to ultimately do, and this is what we can all say, he's trying to create doubt. Because it says beyond reasonable doubt. He's going to try to say, as he started in the beginning, hey, bruh, you know, they ain't going to be able to prove he actually did it. I'm going to talk to that cop and make it seem like he didn't do a thorough investigation. You're talking to the wrong cop to do all of that. So what he did was he painted it as though we're going to put the weight on the next cop. Good strategy. We will see. The grades are given daily. So that happens. And I ain't going to hold you. The prosecutor, I think this case is such a slam dunk that if he went against a fire-ass attorney like we be seeing in Atlanta, he'd be getting his ass whooped. There were a couple of times where the defense was absolutely leading. And I'm thinking to myself, objection. Relevance. Objection. You know, ask and answer. All of this shit. Like, he never did that. The dude asked the same question. The defense attorney asked the same question 3 times with 0 objections. Only the defense has posed any objections. Honestly, I've only heard the prosecution object 1 time. And that's how I know in my mind of minds, I believe he thinks he has this thing in the bag. But the one thing that I said yesterday, why the hell you didn't dispel Justin Johnson's brother in that damn interview? In that opening statement. Well, today we found out why.
All right, so you meet him in the car. He's got the 2 phones and he's going back and forth with the numbers. Are you asking what he's doing or what's going on?
He was just quiet.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And what are you doing?
I was on my phone.
Okay. So you're sitting there next to him. You're on your phone. He's doing his number stuff.
Mm-hmm.
What happens?
He told me he was gonna give me the phone for like social media stuff.
Like that he's going to give you one of his 2 phones. Okay. And you said for social media stuff?
Yeah, posting pictures and checking his email and stuff like that.
Does your brother have social media?
Got Instagram, yeah.
Okay. In fact, you know your brother, does he go by other names too?
Other than his real name, Straight Drop.
Okay. Straight Drop and sometimes just Drop.
Yeah, this is real name.
Okay. And when you say give it to you for his social media, what do you mean by that?
Kind of like, I don't know, I guess he was just busy and he just needed me to keep up with like the people that was emailing for like these
Okay, so
producers, stuff like that.
all right, so let me back up. He gives you his phone because it's the idea that people may be calling or texting or messaging him.
You can say that. But it was just mainly he just told me that he needed me like to post some stuff.
Okay, so he told you the time that he needed you to use his phone to maybe post some stuff to his social media. Is that
like videos, all this stuff?
okay? Did you ask him why he couldn't do this himself with his phone?
No.
Okay, but he has this phone in his hand.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to give it to you, and you already have a phone. You don't need a phone.
No, I don't.
The car sounds good. And he wants you to have his phone and maybe post stuff to social media.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You don't ask him why. Does he provide any explanation?
Other than just for the social media stuff.
Okay. He doesn't say why he needs you to do this rather than him.
No, sir.
Does he tell you that he's getting out of town?
No, sir.
Does he tell you that he's got to lay low?
No, sir.
What happens after he gives you the phone?
Somebody was calling him and stuff, like rushing him to come on.
In the car there?
Mhm.
So he's getting a phone call from while he's in there?
Yeah.
On one phone or the other, do you remember?
I don't know which one.
Okay. And so does that end y'all's little meeting?
Nah.
Okay. What
He was
happens?
still sitting in the car.
Okay.
Yeah, he was still doing the same thing.
Still putting numbers back and forth?
I mean, he had both phones. I wasn't looking to see what he was doing, but that's what it looked like he was doing.
Okay.
He was looking at both phones.
Once got done putting numbers or whatever he was doing with both phones at the same time, what happened?
Nah, I asked him, was he straight? And he said, yeah. Then they called again. Whoever it was called him again. And he was like, here he comes. So he got out the car. Then he got his keys. And I went in the house.
Okay, so he gets out of the car?
Mhm.
Did he get in that white SUV with those other people?
Yeah.
Okay, and you go into the house.
Mm-hmm.
And now you have a car that he's given you,
Mm-hmm.
all right?
Yes, sir.
And you have a telephone that was his.
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
After you get possession of this phone, do people start trying to contact him on this phone?
Yes, sir.
All right, but you have the phone.
Yes, sir.
What happens when somebody contacts him on the phone that you have?
I'll text him and tell them that they called or text.
Okay, so if somebody calls him or texts him and you then text him or call him and say, so-and-so just texted or called you, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Were there ever times that somebody would call that phone and then you and your phone would call another phone and put them together so that they could talk?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you could aid in those sort of, sometimes we call three-way or whatever, conversations between him and other people?
Yes, sir.
Among those sort of three-way conversations, did he ever talk to somebody identified as C?
The name in the phone was C girl.
Okay. And the voice, was it a male or a woman?
The one time that I did her, he would sound like you.
Sounded like a dude. At the time, did you know who C was?
No. No, sir.
Do you now know that to be Cornelius?
Yes, sir.
Were you able to hear a conversation going on between Justin on one end of the line and Cornelius, since you all sort of three-way there?
Not like full conversation.
Not full conversation. Were you able to hear some of the conversation?
Just a little bit. I wasn't really just listening.
Okay. You've been asked before whether or not you heard some of the conversation, correct?
Yes, sir.
And have you described part of the conversation having to do with money?
Yes, sir.
Having to do with getting money to C?
The text message.
The text messages?
Yeah.
And what was it about?
It was like, DJ kept saying like, what's up, bro? What's up, bro? And stuff like that. And I was texting him, my brother, and I was telling him, somebody texting me. And he was like, who he is and what he wants. And then when I told him, he kept saying like, he loved him and stuff like that. And then he said, have you talked to Uncle?
Okay. Did you know who Unc was at that time?
I said, he said, talk to him. Then he said, if you talk to him, tell him I need some money for my little girl's birthday party.
Okay.
Yeah.
And did that make any sense to you?
I really didn't care.
About money, though.
Mhm.
The money that would be coming from Justin and Unc to this C person,
I don't think it was coming from Justin. I think it was just
coming from
coming
Unc.
He was telling him to ask him.
So C was asking Justin to ask Unc where the money is. At the time, did you know who Unc was? At the time, had you ever even heard of Big Joe?
I knew he was, yeah.
Had you ever met him?
No.
You ever talked to him?
No, sir.
Okay, but you knew his name
Yeah.
from the rap game and everything else?
Mhm.
Did you use that phone like that? I mean, would various people text and call, and you tell your brother, hey, so-and-so text and call?
It was only it was a couple people. Yeah.
A couple people? Okay. During the course of doing this, did your brother ever tell you where he was?
Talking about after he left from
He never told you where he was?
No, sir.
At some point, the police come to you, is that right?
Yes, sir.
They come to your apartment,
Yes, sir.
and they want something you got. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
They want that phone,
Yes, sir.
your brother's phone.
Yes, sir.
And did you give him that phone?
Yes, sir.
And did you agree to go back to the station with them and be interviewed by the police? Did you do that?
They took me there.
They took you there, okay.
Yeah.
They took you there. You turned over the phone and told them about Justin giving it to you.
Yes, sir.
Now, the original reason that he gave you for this phone was so you could do postings on social media and stuff.
Yes, sir.
Did you do postings on social media for him while he was gone?
Yes, sir. It was like 2 pictures.
Which 2 pictures?
It was like a picture of some food, like a restaurant,
Okay.
and another one was like some shoes.
Okay. So you posted 2 pictures for him. Which would be a picture of some fancy shoes,
Jason Jordan.
some Jordans, and a picture of some food. And did he ask you to post those pictures?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Did you also follow his social media? Like, could you see the stuff he posted on social media?
Yes, sir.
Was he still posting stuff on his social media? Not just you?
Like,
Like a picture of him in a Rolls Royce, or a picture of him holding tens and tens of thousands of dollars?
like, not like around the time I posted those pictures.
I understand.
Straight on down the line, yeah.
Further on down the line. Okay. Before he got arrested.
Yes, sir.
So that's not you posting those pictures.
Yes, sir.
In fact, I think they had probably already had, the police already had the phone at that point.
Yes, sir.
Pass you exhibit 57 and 56. Tell me who's in this picture, if you would. I think you've seen those before, Marcus, is that right?
Yeah.
Who's in those pictures?
Just,
Your brother, Justin? Have those exhibits returned? I'm done asking you questions, Marcus.
One moment, Ron. Good afternoon, Marcus. If you don't mind, I'll call you Marcus since we have more than one Mr. Johnson in the class.
Yes, sir.
All right. My name's Luke Evans. I just got maybe just one question for you, or a couple of questions for you. So you knew Justin to be an aspiring rapper,
yes, sir.
correct? He was trying to get signed.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Had you ever, prior to that date, ran his social media or YouTube before?
Yes, sir.
All right, so that wasn't a new thing for him to ask you to do.
No, sir.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
I know this ain't what people gonna want to hear. If he's lying, he's lying. If he's lying, because you got to remember, he was talked about as the money man, the in-between. All the lawyer did in the defense was say, your brother let you run his social media before this happens, right? And he was like, yeah. So it's not something that's out of the ordinary. So I think what he's going to try to do, the defense is going to try to say, well, his brother never said exactly that he knew what the hell it was for, so I don't have to really cross him on that. You probably should have. You should have, in my opinion, mind you, I didn't take the LSATs. I never took the bar. Cedric Nash is a hood lawyer, not a certified attorney. In my opinion, I think he should have asked a couple of questions to reference more that his brother did not freaking know, because there's nothing to know. See what I'm saying? If he would have asked him, did you have any indication that your brother had anything with the killing of young Dolph? And he would have asked that, it would have been no. But he didn't, because I think he was afraid of what the hell was going to happen or what would be said. So I can't really be mad at that. I just have to judge it from a vacuum. Now, I think here's what happened with Jamarcus Johnson. And I think we might have judged him too harshly. He ain't a street dude. He don't seem like it. An active street dude, by the way. For you dumbasses who got mad yesterday. Hey, nigga, I grew up in the streets. I'm always going to be a street dude. Why is it at your old-ass age you still want to be associated with hoodlums? What does being a street nigga at your age right now accomplish you? Or do you want to walk up to the youngins at the damn graduations and all that with your nephews and nieces and your sons and daughters and be like, I was that nigga out there who used to punch niggas and beat niggas up, and I went to jail. And I went to the pen. So I couldn't raise you and be the father figure that you needed at the time, you stupid motherfucker, you. But I was in them streets, was chasing ass, drugs and guns, throwing in my fingers, representing my gang. All right. So I think we can honestly say Justin Johnson's brother ain't a street dude, was not a street dude, and he got set up. I think Justin Johnson used him. Sorry. I think that's what happened. From his testimony, Brett, he did seem genuine. And my brother gave me this car, let me borrow it. Everybody has a sibling to let their sibling borrow their car. I even let mine do it, his monkey ass messed up Defender. But that's a whole nother story. So I think Justin Johnson knew what he was doing and all this shit. And Cornelius, how the hell you gonna tell a nigga you love him and you won't even know cuz like that? Was y'all more than shooters? Was you empowered by them? Nah, I'm joking. Nah, but bro, I honestly think that his brother got set up by his brother. So at the end of that, hell nah. And they overcharged him. Don't expect Justin Johnson to get thrashed. His aid and abetting. Matter of fact, don't even be surprised if Jamarcus Johnson, Big JJ, since he's older, gets all his charges dropped because he testified. Because honestly, being caught with a phone and seeing all that stuff and doing all that, you're either hiding something and they know it, or you're just following orders and being stupid because you got a car, a nice car at that. But then the question then becomes, why the hell was that car put in the back of that house? Well, no, I think he said he had the SUV, so never mind. I think that's what he said he had, my bad. So I might be charging him wrong. I can't remember right now, which is crazy, but that's what happens when you watch 2 trials. Young Thug trial will be dropping in 2 hours from this. I'll catch you on the next one. Subscribe, turn on the bell, stay notified. I want to thank you guys so much, man. We are 6,000 away from the $1,000 giveaway, so just be an active subscriber. Go back. You can cheat the system right now. Hey, go back and start commenting. Start commenting on old videos, bro. Share old videos, bro. They're going to think you're crazy, but it's $1,000. Fuck it. You're just watching videos, commenting, talking shit to me or somebody else. But I appreciate you guys. I'll catch you in a Young Thug video.